What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. This is probably the last live stream, or if not, the one closest to maybe the last live stream of the year. I decided, why not stream for a little bit? I'm kind of bored. There's not much going on. It's Tuesday. I got the day off from work and everything. I was like, you know what? Why not just open up a stream and see how everyone's doing on this lovely Tuesday, the 27th of December. The last week, literally the last Tuesday of the month, not even the month, the year 2022. Oh man. Of the month, not even the month, the year 2022. I cannot believe that this year has flown by the way that it did. It's just
Voiceover off.
Crazy. I mean, I had some stuff go down at the beginning of the year that was unfortunate. And, you know, there was a lot of other stuff that went on behind the scenes of the channel, from some people harassing me and, you know, some cyber harassment, to just typical content stuff. There we go. I'm updating the fan controller for the computer because I set up a custom fan curve with TG Pro and stuff like that, and I had to approve of it. What's up, Sneed? I'm gonna look at some of everyone's videos here on this live stream. There's a video that Sneed posted yesterday about T-Mobile shutting down stores that were not like T-Mobile actual stores, but secondhand stores. Honestly, Sneed, you got me annoyed with that one. That annoyed me because I have a T-Mobile SIM over here. I've had T-Mobile for the last 4 years, and I took some economics when I was in high school, and I guess T-Mobile needs to go back to the books and learn how to run a business correctly and not just screw anyone over that they please based on shareholders. Leave it to T-Mobile to do it. I mean, all companies do it to some degree, and it annoys me, but renew lease for 5+ years, and then they're like, oh nope, we're gonna scratch that. We're gonna take that apart and cancel it out. That annoys me. I was like, that's bad. Even if AT&T or Verizon did it. Also, we were streaming during Christmas. Did you get your VZW fix? Is your Vovo fix? Because I know you were talking about that. So, cool thing now I've set up on this channel is I can play, like, if we go through here. Let's see. Come on, Comcast. Don't be bad, Comcast. Is it gonna load? No. Alright, so funny fact, and I think this is probably my last video on YouTube for this year. Not for the channel. I haven't filmed one of these in a while. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. The 16.2 video. I think this is going to be my only video for this year alone. I don't think I'm going to have anything else. I know January 4th, the 13 Pro Max turns a year old. So I'll have that video out for everyone. And we have a poll on the community tab of the channel. Go to the community. Oh yeah, check out the playlist, by the way. The playlists that I have on the channel, they're actually pretty useful. So we have the community tab here. There was a poll that I ran. Videos that you would like to see right here. All the above was the highest one. And you vote, and your request of what y'all vote on the channel is what I select for this channel to be in the next upcoming year. So y'all want a mixture of long form content and short form videos and live streams. So I will literally hook y'all up.
Chat message at Sneed Mobile Tech. They told those dealers to extend leases for several years, as recent as last year. It's crazy, man. The guy behind this is John Fryer.
Oh wow. Yeah, like I was telling some people, like a few friends of mine that were Sprint customers and now they're on T-Mobile. They even they're like, hey, I'm in a family plan. I'm going with the ride right now with the family plan, but I don't like the way T-Mobile's going about this. And I'm like, neither do I. And I've been a T-Mobile customer since 2018. If it wasn't for the military membership that I have for military credits, for my family member that served, I honestly would go back to Verizon. I mean, I have a Los Red line right now with Carlos, and Verizon, they had issues the last 2 weeks, but I went out and did some, speed testing and whatever, and call quality testing and stuff like that, and I don't have any of the issues I'm having on T-Mobile's network, any of them. And it might be, oh, Verizon's a premium network. No, I'm in a high T-Mobile market, actually pretty high, and T-Mobile's having failures.
Gene G Jr. What's up, Austin?
What's up, Gene Jr.? We'll also talk about in this live stream not just this tech and this annoyance, but what did y'all get for Christmas? I got a few things for Christmas, but I'm curious what y'all got.
Add reaction. Button.
Because I got a few gift cards from family, and a few friends got me gift cards. And then
45.
I got a literal 1 pound. It's literally 1 pound. A Reese cup. It's 2 Reese cups that are half a pound each. And they know I like Reese cups, so I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. I really like them. And it's just, but the whole thing about T-Mobile, that what a good way to start off my week. That was like, oh, Jesus, come on, T-Mobile. I did enter into their challenge. Also in 2023, I will be updating the banner on the channel. The banner up here will be changing. It will be changing to a different wallpaper. If anyone knows macOS, we all know what wallpaper that is. I haven't changed it yet, but let's see. I'm going to go to videos. Let me go all the way down. I did cover macOS videos. Let me know if y'all like that coverage, because I did cover a lot of that. And then here's a lot of all my iOS 12 stuff is going to start dying, by the way. I'm still slating the channel a little bit, cleaning up the channel. I remember when YouTube removed their dislike counter right here, this video. When YouTube removed their dislike counter, that was annoying. Then here's Mac OS. Here's all my videos about Mac OS. Here's another one about Mac OS. And then, of course, iOS 14. Wow, that's crazy. Also, before my Mac dies, because, stuff like that. So, who do you think is going to expand their 5G network further in 2023? By the way, that's one thing I want to know. For US only, you have the choice of Verizon. You can't use Dish. Verizon, T-Mobile, and AT&T. Who do you think is going to do? First, we'll go with low band coverage. But as I'm looking through, I remember the rumors on the MacBook, the new MacBooks. It was crazy. Apple's event. This was 2021. And there's going into, there's 2022. I've created a lot of content on this channel. It's been a pleasure. I really appreciate it. I was so excited to hopefully get to 500 subs for this year. But hey, next year's challenge. Actually, no, next year I want to step it up. 600. I want to reach 500 by July. That's my challenge. But, hey, it's a challenge of... What's up, Max?
Hey, Max. Caleb Hall. Hey, man, this is Caleb. How many updates would I be able to go through with the iPhone XR?
Yes, I told you privately. So, we have some people upgrading to iPhone XRs still for Christmas. I'm impressed at this. That iPhone XR is never going to die. That was legendary. That XR is legendary. But, we have... Let's see. I'm going to review the video I was talking about with Sneed. His video on the T-Mobile issue. Give me a sec. See, this is what I don't like about macOS sometimes. And I wish it would hide. Like when you're screen recording. iOS is doing this now. Where these notifications would hide. But no, I gotta go through and clear them all. Ugh. Give me a sec. Go away. Thank you. But yeah, so we have all this fun jazz. Let me go to my notifications. Aaron Zolo did a video on predictions of iOS 16 and stuff like that. I haven't watched this one.
iOS 17 is just 6 months away.
iOS 17. So this is his
we'll most likely see it.
stuff about iOS 17. This is another channel I got inspired me. Aaron Zolo and Brandon Butch inspired me to get into Apple coverage.
Despite all of the issues we've had with iOS 16, Apple is all
iOS 16 coverage was not bad, but I wasn't there to click on that one. Let's see. I'm gonna go back to notifications. All right, Sneed's channel. Go over to here.
SMT Nation, we back. Two pieces of news from Verizon we're going to cover today in this video. I'll link both articles in the description. Starting with the first story, Verizon moves commercial traffic onto its 5G standalone core. Okay, so this is a pretty big development because...
Wait, hold on. Before we get to T-Mobile's thing.
SMT Nation, we back. Two pieces of news from Verizon we're going to cover today in this video. I'll link both articles in the description. Starting with the first...
Yeah, go check out Sneed Mobile Tech. I'll put a link up in the description later on once this video is done live streaming. So if you're the replay crew, I will actually leave a link to it down below.
Verizon moves commercial traffic onto its 5G standalone core. Okay, so this is a pretty big development because this was supposed to happen at some point last year. They were going to be dabbling with the SA core with actual like customers on it and traffic on it and devices connected to it, and we haven't really seen it, and they've been pretty quiet about it. So now that it's kind of happening and things kind of coming together, this is probably pretty monumental for them.
I want to test out standalone 5G from all three before I really trash talk it in any way, because Verizon I know is going to have really good 5G because they always have really good LTE, and you know, it's one of the things where I'm like, can't wait. Hi Samir Salim, hope you had a wonderful holiday season so far. I'm doing good. I was recovering from a virus a few weeks ago, but I've been doing good.
All right, so just because this is happening doesn't mean that you're going to be on their SA core.
No, that is true.
Sure there's like certain test beds and beta devices and other things. Obviously, you have to have a device that's capable of connecting to a standalone network. But let's see what Verizon kind of declared here with this announcement. So the 5G core is built on the Verizon Cloud platform, a telco cloud that the carrier built internally based on software-defined networking tech. Verizon runs VCP in its own data centers. Okay, so this is what all the carriers are doing. They're working with companies like Microsoft and Amazon to develop...
Yay, Microsoft Azure Cloud.
Cloud-based platforms.
And cloud-based platforms, for what I haven't done my research into, they're actually really good if they're done correctly. And they're actually pretty nice, because then if there's a problem and there needs to be an update, you can update the cloud without having to update individual hardware sectors.
And software-defined technology network cores to operate this 5G. Now, Verizon, specifically Verizon, we know a little bit more about than the others because Verizon has been working with Samsung as their vendor operator to put up cell sites using their radio gear that are SA-enabled, standalone 5G, right? So the actual operations of the hardware on tower sites has to be standalone 5G ready.
Yep.
And that's been happening. And I actually live in a Samsung market when it comes to their vendor gear. All right, so the radios and antenna.
Anyone that's in Florida, especially Northeast Florida, I believe it is a Samsung market here. Or not a Samsung, an Ericsson market for cell towers for Verizon.
And these
I believe
VRAN
AT&T
sites
also
are probably the ones that are actually connected to the
I don't fully know.
standalone core. I can't comment or speculate on the other vendors. For example, Nokia. For example, Ericsson.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I don't want to speculate on their stuff because I can't confirm it, but I'm assuming that all that is in the works. And what we're going to start seeing quite soon is going to be consumers that are connected to voice over NR, right? This is voice calling on real 5G, not just falling back to LTE. And the same could be said about standalone networking with respect to uplink, which in a lot of cases, you guys know, you got the download speeds, you got the upload speeds, your throughput. So downloading things like videos and watching videos all does the download. Uh, you're connected to a 5G ultra wideband signal or regular 5G nationwide, right? That's on 5G, but the uplink often is usually over LTE.
I've noticed. So he's talking about that. I've noticed in the United States that the iPhone gets, especially iPhones in general, and a lot of it on AT&T side. So it's using N5 for downlink, but then whatever for uplink, and it gets hot, like massively warm, until I switch it over. But hopefully the iPhone 15s get USB-C and then the X70 modem.
Some PCS, AWS, band 2, band 66, band 13, band 5, and all that's over LT. So that's going to be, for these SA operations, it's all going to be 5G. So
That's good, at
CBRS is
least.
going to go 5G, like all these different things that are going to be happening, and we're waiting for it to happen. Okay, and all of this, of course, 5G standalone runs cloud native. It's software defined. All the scaling, all the configuration, all the modifications, the algorithms, the artificial intelligence, the machine learning that goes into making the networking more efficient and making it more pleasurable and making it more dynamic, and you can fine tune certain things. I mean, it's essentially what Dish is doing today, right? Being a software defined network.
Yeah,
That's where
that
Verizon
is
going,
true.
AT&T
Verizon's
going
gonna
to as
do that,
well.
and so will AT&T.
AT&T
They're gonna be
commented
kind of like
in
Dish.
commercializing their 5G SA core. They're not doing it until more devices are ready, and I'm sure Verizon's been playing that game too, right? The carriers have been waiting for people to have 5G standalone capable devices. This would be like the iPhone 12 and newer. I think the iPhone 12 and newer. It might be the 13 and newer.
Sneed, the iPhone 12, I'm pretty sure if it's got that option and settings on AT&T side, I'm pretty sure the if you're still watching, the iPhone 12, I'm pretty sure can do standalone.
I know that this year's phones all SA 5G ready, probably all of last year's flagship phones as well. I just don't know how far it goes back. I know that like the S20s, those probably don't do it, but the 21 generation probably does. All right, so this is a
I think it
big
does.
step in the direction
I
of standalone 5G networking.
don't know.
Before we can really talk about 5G, of its promises being fulfilled, and I mean, we have to launch these standalone cores first, and then the carriers can start to do network slicing. They can start to do things like all the unique cloud native, software defined things that they can do, especially when it comes to enterprise, especially when it comes to new 5G use cases, which are on the horizon. And as people and companies and entrepreneurs and developers develop those things, then that's where the stuff comes into play. All right, good stuff. We'll probably hear more about this in the coming months, but very, very soon. All right, January 2023 seems like a good time. We shall see. All right, so next story. Verizon wins $1.5 billion contract to update the State Department network. All right, that's a good contract. $1.5 billion seems to be the Verizon way to get these kind of deals here.
That's really good. Wow.
Verizon reeled in a big fish this week, netting $1.5 billion task order from the U.S. State Department to upgrade the network infrastructure at nearly 260 embassy locations across the globe. So Verizon gets the deal.
That that is really good. So, like, if you come in, people that have Verizon, in the United States audience, that's really good, and stuff like that. I'm gonna dabble into Apple and stuff like that soon.
Raises Verizon's 2022 tally of publicly announced government contracts for wireline services to nearly $3 billion. All right, these locations are included in the U.S., Asia, Africa, Middle East, South America. So over the course of the next 10 years, they've got this EIS technology procurement program. They're banking big time here, folks.
Yeah, they are.
Uh, says here that Maggie Hallback, Verizon's SVP of Public Sector, told Fierce the contract represents new business for the operator. She added the task order is also special because while many of our other EIS contracts have global aspects to them, many of them are also very much committed to the continental U.S., Alaska, Hawaii. So that makes this probably pretty unique, is that it's such a broad global footprint. This is pretty big, folks. Early in the year, Verizon got a trio of contracts, one from the DoD, worth almost $1 billion.
I got the iPhone 14 Pro Max 256 gigabyte space black just over a week ago. Smiley.
Well, nice surprise there, Mark. I have the 13 Pro Max right now, and not planning to upgrade right now. But I'll say to my review what's going on with my battery, and it's interesting.
Ad reaction. Button. Mark Archer. What phone does everyone have here? I got the iPhone 14 Pro Max.
How you liking the 14 Pro Max? Because I've heard everyone's saying it's a pretty good phone, and then of course everyone likes the Apple Watch Ultra.
A more than 400 million task
People that
order
bought
from
it.
the FBI, and contracts are now tallying more than 2.8 billion so far in 2022, and they could be building on this through the rest of the year.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be building on more contracts through the year.
Voice over chat message in Mark Archer upgraded from an iPhone 12 Pro.
That's an okay upgrade. I mean, I would have held off another year, but that's just me personally. Because even though I run a tech channel, I actually will upgrade every 3 years still.
Gene G Jr. Mark, I have the iPhone 13 mini.
Yeah, Gene Jr. is over there with the last mini on the block. He's like, I'm gonna snag this mini. It's actually a very good phone. Like the 13 mini. If I wasn't a tech reviewer and I didn't run hotspot a lot and use it as immediate, a mobile hotspot a lot, like I would have went with like either a 13 or a 13 mini. 13 mini maybe, but I do have an Anker PowerCore 5K battery pack over here, so it'd get me through a day, but it'd make the phone feel heavy.
Gene G Jr. Starlight 1. Mark Archer.
Oh, wow.
What an amazing iPhone, and the battery life is incredible.
Yeah, the 13 Pro Max was really good too, but as it went on, I hope it doesn't happen to
1602.
other people, but my 13 Pro Max battery might have to be replaced.
Gene G Jr. I upgraded from an iPhone 12 mini.
Oh, that's a tiny upgrade.
Gene G Jr.
Sheesh.
Message retracted. Mark Archer. Love the dynamic island and always on display. Mark Archer. Still great phones.
Yeah, I haven't really dabbled into looking at the dynamic island like when I go into like a Best Buy or whatever and look at the 14 Pros, but from what I've heard, people like this always on display.
Ad reaction. Button.
Here, naval contracts, right? The Air National Guard, the DoD,
Mark Archer.
Department
Still
of
great phones.
Labor. Verizon's winning, folks. And look, we could say all we want about the consumer side, and all that's legitimate. I'm not discounting it. But when they continue to bag these kind of contracts, I mean, there's got to be some element of them feeling like, hey, we're still winning. So
Oh, Verizon
it's
definitely is.
as terrible as it may sound, as terrible as it may look, that's the truth. All right, comment on these stories. Comment down below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. Like, share, subscribe for more. Turn on the bell note.
Alright, so that was Sneed's video on the nice, lovely Verizon and their contracts that they have won at the very end of this year. I was going to look at the T-Mobile thing, but I think I'm going to save that for a later video. And I might actually add that as my own thoughts and opinions on it, because honestly, as a T-Mobile customer myself, that the whole business contract thing that's at the beginning of the chat here, that annoyed me. That personally did bother me.
Ad reaction.
But so what was everyone's expectations? We'll start with the big Apple in the room, because I'm streaming on one of their computers. And then at the same time, I spent too much on Apple products this year alone. I had a choice. So I got $100 and credits on Amazon. Should I go with I already have one JBL Extreme 3 in the studio. Should I go with another JBL Extreme 3 that would be only $179? It's already $100 off if you didn't have the credits, and then I have the $100 credit. So after taxes, it'd be $200. Or do I go $18 cheaper and get the AirPods Pro 2nd generation? I already have the 1st gen. Audience, that is the question. AirPods Pro 2nd gen for $152, or go an extra $18 more and then get a JBL Extreme 3, another one, and get them a stereo pair. What would y'all choose? I'd be curious what y'all think. And then while that question's out there, Apple. What do I think about the Apple this year? The Apple Watch Ultra, it's got my eyes. Still, I really like the concept of the watch. I don't have one, but from what I've heard from other people that bought it, Carlos, S-Tech, and a few other people, including Brandon Butch, have said really good things about the Apple Watch Ultra. My Apple Watch Series 6 is still doing pretty good. Battery health is a little bit on the whack side, but, hey, it's whatever. It is what it is. The 14 Pro models have been excellent. Aaron Zolo from Zolotech, his battery health is already at 99%, when on his 13 Pro Max it was at 98% after a year, so something's probably up with that battery, I don't know, and stuff like that.
YouTube. Mark Archer. I have the AirPods Pro 2nd gen.
Alright.
Mark Archer. 2 HomePod minis in white.
Oh, I have 2 HomePod minis, but they're not in white, they are in black.
Gene G Jr. I upgraded 3 months ago.
That's crazy, 3 months ago. Yeah, I upgraded in January from the iPhone 11 to the 13 Pro Max in Sierra Blue. And I'm going to upgrade again. Ooh. Whoops. I'm going to upgrade again on the 13 Pro Max to the 15 Pro Max if it goes USB-C. If my battery health keeps tanking the way that it is, and my battery keeps going poof.
1607. Dark pink silicone MagSafe case detected.
It's red. I don't know why VoiceOver thinks it's dark pink. But if it keeps tanking the way that it is, I might have to replace that battery.
Mark, my phone doesn't have the 16.3 beta yet. Mark Archer. Anyone testing iOS 16.3?
I am. I'm testing it on the 11. I haven't done any follow-ups because it's been kind of boring, but I'm gonna start coming back. I'm gonna start doing everything like I used to back in October, September, and stuff. In January again, I'm gonna start bringing the channel back up, doing videos weekly. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna be dedicated to really kicking things off as much as I can for 2023.
I have the AirPods Pros. Mark Archer. 2 HomePod minis in one. Gene G Jr. Mark, my phone. Gene G Jr. I don't like big phones. Mark Archer. I got the developer account but haven't put iOS 16.3 on yet.
Yeah, don't do it right now until Beta 2 comes out because of the fact that they're going to probably still wait another 2 weeks before the new Beta comes out.
Gene G Jr. In 3 months I will upgrade to the iPhone. 14 in purple.
The 14 in purple. Oh, wow.
App reaction. Button.
That's the Pro model.
Voiceover off.
That's in purple. Because the non... Wait, is the non-Pros in purple? I think they are. I know the Pro is. Jeez, this computer's been running out. And I'm at... Turn VoiceOver on.
VoiceOver on Finder.
I am currently at a nice
Status menus. OBS Performance. OBS Studio. Performance Core 1. Highest. 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Performance Core 1. Highest CPU. 131 degrees Fahrenheit. Override system enabled. Status
Mac's
menus.
not that hot.
Coconut. Cloudflare Warp. Shortcuts. Cloud. Coconut. Vivid. Coconut battery menu.
Based on coconut battery.
Coconut battery menu. Open. Quick version 3.62.9%. 94.5%. State of charge. State of health. Time until full. 0. 54. Cycle count. 30. Temperature. 95.8.
So I'm at 94.5% battery health based on milliamp hour capacity. I'm at 62% currently. I have 30 charge cycles. The battery is at 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And my condition is good. So we're going to exit out of that.
Desktop. Team viewer volume.
And then
Status menus. Cloud. Short time. 1. Now playing. 100%. Now playing. 63%. Charging. Application. Power source. 50. Heading using 54 minutes until fully charged.
54 minutes till fully
Heading
charged.
OBS. Battery settings.
Battery settings.
System settings. Tape verticals. Battery. Charging. 63 in battery. Never. Battery. Norm. Show usage history. Show detail button.
According to system settings now, battery health on this computer is
97%. Maximum.
97% maximum capacity after 6 months.
This to learn more. Done button.
Now,
Show.
the first roughly 2.5 months, I left this on charge, like on the wall constantly. That is not good for solid state batteries, is what I'm realizing.
Finder. Desktop. Team viewer volume. Voiceover off.
So, yeah, if you got a MacBook Pro 16-inch or whatever and you keep plugged in a lot, yeah, you're going to possibly have a nasty problem with battery health.
Chat message in. Visually impaired Tekken more. Yeah, but it's a lighter purple.
Okay, so it is. I mean, both phones have a nice purple. Me personally, I'm not for the purple preference, but
Junior, in 3 months I will upgrade to the iPhone. 1 in purple.
it's not the purple that I would be, for, but it's not bad. Hi, cat, you got a fur ball. I can tell.
1611.
Crazy cat. There's the cat behind me. He's up on the next to the Mac mics.
Visually add reaction.
They get fur balls occasionally.
1611.
Hey, you, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. If you're gonna have that fur ball, go somewhere else. Don't do it over here. Because I don't think the audience needs to hear you having a fur ball. Give me a sec, guys. There you go. He's got a fur ball, and he went on the other side of the studio and still hacking it up.
Chat message input. Mark Archer. Space black color is amazing.
Oh yeah, that's space black. I really like it.
Mark Archer. I use the Apple Midnight color leather case with it.
Oh, nice. Ah, that's a really nice, pretty setup.
Mark Archer. 59 British pounds for a phone case though.
Yeah, Apple's stuff is pretty premium. That you're gonna be paying a pretty hot penny for a lot of it. But it's just one of them things. I've already spent too much this year alone on Apple stuff. I'm not doing it anymore. All right. So one thing's on my stuff. How much do y'all think I spent this year alone in Apple products? You can do British pounds. I'll do the conversion over to USD. Oh boy. Let's see. How much did Austin spend this year alone on Apple products? This includes getting an iPhone for a family member.
Gene T Jr. Starlight White is great. I use the Moon Gray case from Ultravox.
Oh, nice.
Gene T Jr. This iPhone 13 mini was gifted to me from Apple because my 12 died.
Oops. They rarely do that. Like, they'll rarely give a new phone to you. A newer model than the replacement model that, like, they'll normally give out a replacement model of the same device. Like, I've had 3 iPad Pros die, and they give me the same iPad Pro.
Mark Archer. 5,000 British pounds.
You say, Mark says 5,000.
Gene T Jr. I think you spent on Apple stuff $890.12.
You say $890.12. We'll see who else is watching. And I'll get that up. How many US dollars is 5,000 British pounds?
5,000 British pounds is $6,013.01.
Ooh, that's high.
Video player. Chat message input. Visually impaired Tekken more. I think the only thing I'll get Apple Watch next year is the MacBook.
I like their MacBooks. I really like my 16-inch. Because it runs this channel, it runs another channel, it runs my network, and it runs a lot. Like, way too much.
Chat message input. Mark Archer. I'm thinking with a MacBook included.
Yes, MacBook included. I did purchase the 16-inch MVP in July.
Mark Archer. LOL.
Yeah, you put 6,000, which is a pretty it's close. I'll knock off the taxes. It was a pretty penny. Actually, no, we'll include taxes in my area. It's a 6.8% tax rate here in the state of Florida,
Reaction. Chat
where I
message
live.
input. Chat
All right, visually impaired tech and more. You gonna take a guess?
message input. Chat message input. Gene T Jr. I'm including the MacBook.
Right here, including the MacBook. All right, so this includes credits because I haven't paid off my Mac yet. It's actually on Best Buy's credit cards right now, so I have to pay it off. So we'll include it even if it's locked up in credits right now to be paid off soon, which it'll be paid off in 2023. But it was a business expense in 2022, so that's how you have to label it.
Add reaction. Button. Voiceover off.
Phew. This is pretty pricey. So the iPad, I bought an iPad Air, 5th gen, an iPhone 13 Pro Max, iPad Air 5th gen. The iPad Air was on sale. It was like $770 for 256 gigs of storage. The 13 Pro Max was $990. 13 Pro Max was the 128 gig model, and then a $50 clear case on top of it. And then we had the iPad Air, of course, the MacBook Pro 16-inch. But before that MacBook Pro, we had the iPhone 13 Product Red, 128 gigabytes, and a clear case with that too. So that was another $50 on top.
Chat message input. Gene visually impaired tech and more. The most I think you spent is 6,000.
You know, y'all are really close. One says $890.13. Two say 6,000. All right, let's start adding up the first two. $1,250 plus $770 plus $50 plus $50.
250 plus $770 plus $50 plus $50 is $1,120.
You misheard me, Siri.
Video player. Heading.
Gotta love it. It's 2,200.
Chat message input.
All right.
Show late. Mark Archer. Gene T Jr. So I'm revising my guess. I think you spent 5,000.
Now you're all right. Gene Junior is revising with a 5,000.
Mark Archer. My iPhone cost 1,309 British pounds. Most expensive product at the moment.
Who?
Gene T Jr. Mark, what carrier do you use in your country? Add reaction. Button.
Let's see. We'll take the beginning. $1,250 plus $770 plus $50 plus $50.
$1,250 plus $770 plus $50 plus $50 is $2,120.
That's within the first quarter of the year. 2,100. Jesus. $50. All right.
Chat message in. Gene T Jr. Mark, what carrier? Gene T Jr. Apple is making money off of you. LOL.
Literally. All right. So then we have $1,100 is our first biggest expense $2,150 plus $1,104.
150 plus 1,100.
2,150 plus 1,104.
2,150 plus 1,104 is 3,254.
That is in July. So that's in June as we approach July. Now,
YouTube.
3,254 plus 2,399.
3,000.
All right. Oh boy. Oh boy. Anyone want to do a matchup? Or do y'all want to or do you want to y'all want to still continue with what y'all got? Cuz it's pretty pricey. Someone was close. Someone was close. The closest person to the value. Will get moderator today on this channel.
Chat message input. Adrian. Mark Archer. Gene G Jr. Mark, so in your country like here you can. Mark Archer. Bought the phone outright from Carphone Warehouse.
Oh wow.
Gene G Jr. Mark, so in your country like here you can choose your carrier for iPhone 14. Mark Archer. Yes, unlocked to any network. Gene G Jr. Yes, keep the choices. Gene G Jr. LOL. Mark Archer. Keep choices. Add reaction. Button. Voiceover off.
All right. See what if anyone if y'all still satisfied, ready for me to end in this little challenge. All right. So Mark was the closest. Well, it's rough here. But Mark was the closest. It was $5,653 I have spent on Apple this year alone. Mark, welcome to the mod.
I can add moderator. Button.
Welcome to the mod status.
Video player. Heading. Mark Archer is now a moderator for your channel.
Welcome to the mod status of the channel.
Voiceover off.
You were the closest. Phew. I spent way too much on Apple this year. Next year I'm done. I gotta pay off that Mac. Well, no, actually that Mark was even right without the taxes. No. It was actually almost 6,000. It was, hold on. 3,254 plus 2,566.
The answer is 5,820.
$5,820 this year I've spent on Apple.
Chat message in. Add. Mark Archer. Visually impaired tech and more. I was 1,000 off.
You were 1,000 off. Yes, you were close.
Mark Archer. Thanks, mate. Visually impaired tech and more. I don't even know I spent that much on Apple products this year.
Like, okay. I make quite a good amount of money per year, so this doesn't hurt. And I'm currently tied up. And that's just Apple products. Let's not even get into how much it costs to keep the internet and run this running this channel and having good internet for it, considering where I live. Ugh, it costs around $250+ a month to keep this channel up. It's not cheap running a channel if you want to be professional about it.
Add reaction. Chat message input. Chat publicly is Austin's tab.
Especially if you want to review carriers down the road, like Sneed does, Stetson does, and in the U.S. cellular community on the internet. Carlos does it. I'm just like, geesh. And now I have Verizon and AT&T for backup. For this channel when I don't have internet here at the house to get a video up or whatever. And that's $135 a month add on. Running this channel is not cheap. And, well, running the place that I live in is not cheap either. And people complain about rent.
At React, Mark Archer, I get 310 British pounds a week income from my job.
Oh wow, that's actually pretty good.
Mark Archer, save some money as well.
Yeah, I'm doing that this year, definitely. That's actually not bad. 350 British pounds per week.
Mark, visually impaired tech and more. I don't even know I spent that much on Apple. Mark Archer, I get 310 British pounds a week income from my job.
I get about 750 per 2-week capita. It's just over it. I get about. Actually, no, I get over that. I get about 850 per 2 weeks. So then that's about 475, 500 per week. Almost. It's like $475 per week.
Mark Archer, save some money. Add reaction.
Yeah, and then I had to pay taxes on top of that. Oh my god. I paid them today. But another family member helped pay for them. Thank God. And then I owe them $1,000, and then on top of that I gotta pay a lot of stuff back. So I'll be recovering in 2023. So there won't be new products until September. And even then, mark my words, unless Apple puts USB-C on the iPhone, I'm not putting $1,100 down on a iPhone during a pre-order live stream. I will pre-order it in a live stream. So y'all noted that I will be pre-ordering
Dark pink silica.
and stuff like that.
Gene G Jr. This also includes the benefits. Gene G Jr. That come out of my pay. Gene G Jr. I get $870 every 2 weeks before taxes, and after taxes $730.
No, that's not bad tax reduction. That's not horrible.
Mark Archer, you have the AirTag Zenovac Safe Charger as well?
I have the. Oh yeah, I did buy a MagSafe puck this year. Bought 2 of them. No. Yeah, I did buy 2 of them. I forgot about that. So I bought 2 of those, which sucks. With the way my power supply system on my desk is, I did buy 2 of them. So you add on top of that, so it's about $6,000, about $5,900, give or take. No, actually, it's higher than that. Yeah, it's almost. I do not have AirTags. There's one thing I do not have. And then I did not buy the MagSafe battery pack. I bought the Anker PowerCore 5K, and that wasn't an Apple expense. And then that's not even asking the my studio stuff. I bought a JBL Charge 5, which is $150. Then I bought a Extreme 3. So then that was $300. And then now I may be buying an Extreme 3 again, but this time I have $100 off sell on Amazon, but at the same time I also have $100 in credit in Amazon. So I'll get $200 off. So instead of it being $300, instead of it being $400, it would be $200. That's after taxes.
Gene G Jr. This also includes the benefits. Gene G Jr.
Nice.
That come out of my pay.
That's not bad for your job. The benefits, that's not bad.
Mark Archer, I have both of them as well. Gene G Jr. I have an AirTag. Mark Archer, brilliant the AirTags. Gene G Jr. Austin, do you get pay Florida state taxes and your pay, or no, or just federal tax only?
So as of now, based on what I do, I get tax exempt for the fact of my disability. Right now, if I actually when I go and actually get a like a job within the state of Florida, like a business job and whatever, yeah, you get hit with income tax. Florida does have income tax.
Gene G Jr. They are great. I only purchased one AirTag for $29.99. A 4-pack is $99.99.
Even then, 4-pack of them that's not really that bad of a deal. Because after all, you round it off, that's $100. that means that you're getting an AirTag per $25, which is not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to save up on the on life stuff right now, because Jesus, it has just been expensive, and then the fact that I'm in an inflational market and stuff like that. Life stuff right now. But what the beautiful thing is I'm also renting out a place here, a house, so I'll be pulling in an extra income value per month, which I can't touch. That 350 of it has to go. They're paying like $700, and the value of that 350 he has to go directly to savings because I'm in a contract, and the other 350 go towards utilities of that house, so I don't have to pay for that, which means I can save up to 350 or more, $350 per month in my own side, unless they go over the electric bill, which is included in the rent policy and stuff like that. So then if it goes over, then I'll have a buffer. Hey, Lavendi.
Dismiss. Chat message input. Add Gene G. Welcome to Mark Archer. 356 British pounds a week, but I only get 310 British pounds. Mark
Yeah,
Archer,
you got taxes.
37.5 hours work.
That's not horrible.
Welcome to Learn Lavendi. FJB. 3 exclamation marks.
Yeah, seriously. I don't want to get political right now, but I know what you mean, Lavendi. I'm very conservative. I honestly, like me, when it comes down to politics, if anyone wants to know my actual view on it, either way you look at it, government, when it gets involved on money, income, and stuff like that, the lower end people, the people that are not rich snobs, are going to get screwed over in the end. Doesn't matter which side of the political aisle you're on.
Gene G. Jr. I work 40 hours a week, and for every 2 weeks, it's 8 hours plus taxes and benefits.
And depending on them benefits, it's probably really good.
Gene G. Jr. Hey, Lavendi. Lavendi. Hi, Gene G. Jr. Mark Archer. Tax. NI and pension.
Oh, I forgot about the pensions.
Add reaction. Button.
Yeah, because like here in the United States, you have your 401k and stuff like that. And then there's apparently, like, I've heard about it, where the nasty stuff with a 401k, some people quit jobs or move to a new job, and they leave that money in their 401k with the other job, and then they can't get it back. So there's literally like $1 billion in 401ks that no one has access to. So it's just money sitting there frozen. I'm like, ouch. I saw a YouTube short on it because it was this guy giving monetization tips of money and stuff like that. And the value, I was like, oof. That's crazy.
Chat message input. Add Mark Archer. That's what it's like in England. Black flag. Lavendi. Bad traffic out there today near Lavendi. Bad traffic out there today near Bartram 95.
Oh, that's always a bad area, especially between now and 5:30. Oh, Lavendi on I-75 in Ocala, Verizon was slowing down on N77. I don't know if they were doing something, because now apparently Sneed's reporting that their standalone network's going to start, or what. My home tower has not been updated, but apparently they're doing not small cell completely, but they are changing things here. And they are doing the rural equivalent to small cells. I forgot what they're called. It's not small cells. And it might be with the 5G ultra wideband, but they're changing cell IDs right now around and upgrading sites, because it used to be cell ID near me was 440 is the one that serves my house, but I get signal overlapping from another one, and it used to be 146. Now I'm getting a cell ID of, I think the 5G side is 76, and then LTE is 146. I'm gonna have to look back into it.
Mark Archer. That's what it's like in England. Black flag. Mark Archer. We don't even get 5G in many areas still.
Oh wow, yeah, it's very sporadic here.
Add reaction. Chat message input.
Let me see if I can cast to my Mac.
Voiceover off.
Let's see.
Voice up. Screen mirroring. Button.
Yeah, ever since I upgraded to 13 and then went back down, macOS 13, then went back down and came back up, I haven't been able to screen share with my computer. So it's like screen mirror. Let me refresh this page. Let's refresh. So like, one of the US carriers here is Verizon. Here. I love this feature. AirDrop. There we go. So I'm going to go and look at spots throughout Florida where I know it's actually pretty good and decent. Thank you. Scroll. I don't like this way that this is acting with the trackpad on this computer. I don't like it. Give me a sec.
1635. One notification.
All right. Yeah, that's weird. I have to rotate. Oh, I do not like that. Oh, no. So it's doing this. Oh, so I have to force the thing to do that. The navigation is really weird. Like how it plays with a touch device. Like, look here. Here's Florida. I got it. Look at all these red spots you can see through Florida. Like, the panhandle of Florida is not as covered as the peninsula. And stuff like that. You can already see it. I'm not even going to get started with AT&T's map. Let me turn up this brightness so I can see it better, because the studio here is so bright. All right. So there's Tampa. Right there. There's Tampa Bay. Then where me and Lavindy are. Is this thing's not playing well with this trackpad. It's kind of annoying. So then there's going up towards Jacksonville area. There's Jacksonville. I'm a little bit further south. Go up the state. There's Jacksonville. There's our area coming up. There's the whole St. Johns River. So you can see there's a lot of 5G coverage. And like there's a town near where I live, like to my south, where literally their 5G ultra wideband is literally serving the moo-moos, like cows. It's just cows. And this like that area down at the bottom end of that red spot, is just cow farm. And I'm guaranteeing their competition, they're challenging, and that whole area where it's dark red at the southern end of Bradford County going into Alachua County, Florida, they're challenging CenturyLink. The CenturyLink really sucks. It's all DSL lines. So they're challenging CenturyLink right now. And you can clearly see it going down. The challenge.
Voice. Chat message input. Add Mark Mark Arch Mark Gene Levanti. So what is the best version of macOS to run on my new MacBook Pro and 1 Pro?
13.1.
Gene G Jr. Mark, I have Verizon prepaid. Mark Archer. All right, Smiley. Mark Archer. We have 02 EE Vodafone. Mark Archer. We have 02 EE Vodafone 3 Virgin.
Oh, that's... I know about Virgin Mobile. I've heard of it.
Mark Archer, ID Mobile. Visually impaired tech and more. I know T-Mobile here has 200 megahertz of N41 in the areas I am in. I don't know if they have Michigan entirely covered, but at least where I'm at, they have it here.
They have it here.
Levanti, if the map is accurate, that's a lot of 5G. Happy to see that.
Yeah, Verizon's map is actually pretty accurate because what I've heard is it actually gathers data from devices that actually see the signal. And I'm waiting. So the next update that does come out for Verizon, all of this area down here is going to be all lit up by 5G ultra wideband. All of that. All that around that lake and points east of the lake. So like right here. All of this here going up through here. All this right here from here all the way down to the bottom of the map and all the way out to here, going out to that 5G zone, is all ultra wideband all around this lake now. This here used to be only in this area here, used to be band 5, band 13, Thanksgiving Day. This up here used to be all that there is farm life, where that ultra wideband is. All of this right in here, from here to here, is ultra wideband. Now, here's the funny part. I'm going to bring this up because I want to. In here is an airport. Right here. Right in here. There's an airport. N77 wasn't interfering with planes. Right there. The airport's right about here. Right in here. It is a airport in there. And then there's all DSS and then low band 5G. All up here where Stark, Florida is and stuff like that. So Bradford's getting good love from Verizon. But they still have a lot of work to do. They're working on it. They're working on it.
Mark Archer, 5G UW, we don't have the
No, that's only a US thing with Verizon. So like AT&T's got 5G plus, it's 5G and then the plus icon, and then T-Mobile's got 5G UC.
Gene G Jr. Mark, does Verizon work in England?
For roaming agreements, yes it does.
Mark Archer, I don't think it would.
It does, but it roams on... Oh, I don't know who it roams on.
Gene G Jr. Mark, so if I come to visit, I would have to use a local carrier there?
No, it would roam. It would roam based on your plan.
Gene G Jr. and Rome. Visually impaired tech and more. It says around here with Verizon. We get ultra... Mark Art, visually impaired tech and more. It says around here with Verizon. We get ultra wideband, but I don't seem to get that. They probably haven't turned it on yet.
Either that, or if your plan doesn't have it, what plan do you have of visually impaired tech?
Mark Archer, I'm not 100% sure. I've always been staying in England.
Mark, it will roam. I'd have to actually go and look into what carrier Verizon roams on in the United Kingdom.
Mark Archer, never visited other countries. settings. Add reaction. Chat message input. Chat.
And then your carrier probably is going to roam on one of ours. Probably Verizon.
1644. Try again.
Because our
Voice over off.
Verizon gets some big deals. If y'all have not voted on the community poll that's on the tech channel and the community tab of what content you want to get from the channel in 2023, I'd greatly appreciate if y'all go and check that out. Because the feedback is honest, and I would love to have that feedback for the channel so I can improve on making videos. And if you have any video suggestions, y'all can reach out to me on Twitter DM at Austins_tech or via an email at austinslife9@gmail.com. And of course, at any time, leave a comment on any of the videos or in the live chat. Once again, we're going to go around and visit some places in Florida. I want to check out a place. It sucks. I'm looking at this map now, and they're probably going to update this thing. I've noticed Verizon likes to update it right around between today and probably New Year's. They're going to update it. There's Fleming Island, Florida. Then if you go across, give me a sec. If you go across, there's going into St. Augustine. Look at all that. Look at all that. Like, it goes from 5G ultra wideband to just LTE. Here's St. Augustine. There's going down through St. Augustine. Because I know St. Augustine's a very... St. Johns County's got a lot of ultra wideband. I mean, they're improving. And they've been moving ahead of the map for from Highway 301 due east. In Northeast Florida, they've been ahead of the map.
Send. Dim. Chat. Add. GG. Mark Archer. Is Verizon the best carrier over there?
Yes, Verizon is the best for throughout the country. AT&T's second and T-Mobile's last.
GG Junior. I get Verizon Ultra Wideband here. We just got it here in November.
Yeah, like I get it outside the house if I'm connected to the site next to me. Like, there's a tower nearby me, and I'm not going to show on stream, but I would show it privately to certain people. But there's a tower nearby my actual house that has it on, but the map doesn't indicate it.
Add reaction. Chat message. Add. Mark. Visually impaired tech and more. 5G get 1.
You got the 5G get one or get more. Okay, so you should have the ultra wideband add-on. So it may be there, but your phone may be preferring, if you have an iPhone, it may prefer low band over that. It might be on a site nearby, and if it's doing what AT&T likes to do, where it's doing DC or intercell aggregation, it might be doing that, and the map is showing. Or it could be blown out of proportion, and the FCC hasn't caught them doing it. Because I know they cut back on the 5G coverage here.
Mark Archer. Is Verizon the best carrier? GG. Add
I
reaction.
already answered that. Another big place, a tourist attraction in Florida, is if we head a little bit south. So you can see when you get into rural, all the LTE only. And then you can see I'm going back into populated areas.
Add reaction. Button.
And there we go. But yeah, that's
Chat message input.
about what it is.
Bryce, hey, Bryce, hey, I got my S22 Ultra today.
Okay, I don't know why you need a Galaxy S22 Ultra.
Gene G Jr., I get Verizon Ultra Wideband. Here we hear just got it here in November. Mark Archer, I heard iPhone 14 is only ESM in US now.
Yes, that is true. It is. That's annoying. But all phone manufacturers are coming. They're all eventually gonna do it. Well, we got the new spoiled kid on the block in the chat. 16 years old. His mama buys him a 13 Pro Max or T-Mobile, and now he's got a Galaxy S22 Ultra. That's... Man, when I was growing up, I would not have $1,000 and $2,000 in equivalent of phones. Jesus Christ. Well, actually, I wouldn't have any of the stuff I have right now if I was 8 years younger than I am right now. When I was growing up, 13, 14, I barely had internet access. But yeah, that's the carriers in the United States. I would show AT&T or T-Mobile, but I don't want to bore you all with that. But the best carrier here is Verizon, and then followed by AT&T and T-Mobile. But it varies on where you're going. If you're going to Orlando, depending on the theme park, if you're around all the theme parks, I can't talk. All the carriers work good. They work pretty good. Apparently, outside the theme parks, Verizon's been fixing their backhaul problems that they've been having on the network.
Chat message sent. Chat ad react. Mark Archer, been using them still iPhone 3G days. Mark Archer, iPhones all the way.
Man, I was on Android back in 2016, and ever since I left, I honestly never came back. I mean, I've used Android barely through my parents if they need assistance with technology and whatever. But honestly, the Android experience and iOS experience is now a personal preference of choice, and it's nuts.
Mark Archer, been using them still iPhone. Bryce, let's be fair, though, I was forced to keep the 13 Pro Max.
Yeah, but $2,000 in phones, Jesus, dude, that's just all.
Ad reaction. Button.
I mean, you do you. Oh, I already spent enough money as it is this year. We all know what I spent.
1652.
And it all came out of my pocket, which sucks. But, hey, it is what it is. And then earlier today, I paid a lot of money for keeping my house.
Chat message at Bryce, let's be fair.
But yeah, like in my studio, T-Mobile's got 2 bars, 1 bar. Verizon's got 3. So, and you can see who's better at that one. And the signal ratios too prove it. But if you're going through like places like some places throughout the country, it varies based on region. Mark. So that's what I was trying to explain.
Won't be long before more Apple events, LOL.
Yeah. There's a rumored one in March, and I'm gonna look into stuff for rumors and talk about them in live streams and videos. But I'm not gonna go all out like Apple Track or Front Page Tech or stuff like that, because that's already a sinking ship. I'm gonna like talk about them if I see them worth being very useful at pinpointing.
Get the wallet out, face with tears of joy.
No, get the wallet out. Yeah, I'm gonna need a wallet filled with cash. It's hurting. I mean, at least it's not like horrible. I mean, it's whatever right now.
Ad reaction. Chat message input.
It's rough, but it is what it is.
Add reaction. Mark Archer, get the wallet out.
Yeah, my wallet's crying. I tried to get it out, but it kept crying in the corner. It felt insulted. Dude, that's just rough. A channel that I've been frequent guests on, RFK Tech USA. He will be streaming tonight at, I believe it's 8 p.m. He'll be streaming at he'll be streaming tonight, talking about do people need cell boosters? And honestly, my take on it, yes, because if carriers are going to do upgrades and shut down certain towers, like my friend has a problem right now where the tower 0.8 miles to the north and 0.5 miles to the south, small cells are, I believe they're small cells, they might be macros, are down, and so the signal is not reaching into the house because it's a neighboring cell site about 3 miles away, and their house is a 2-story house, and it's a literal Faraday gauge to towers far away.
Mark Archer, EAP has not done much content used to watch him loads. Add reaction. Button.
Everything up, bro. Yeah, he uploaded a few days ago. I think his Phone Rebel case is really taking off, so that's helping things for him and stuff like that. Let me bring this brightness back down. There.
Chat message input. Chat.
Yeah, because Everything Up Pro, he did a video, and I know he hasn't been doing much, and I think the Phone Rebel case stuff is really taking up his time. And he's one of them people where I'm pretty sure he doesn't like to outsource his stuff to other people all the time. So he's very active in his company, which is very smart to be. Because you worked 9+ years to build up a channel, and then your company took off, and your company's bringing you more success and monetary value than the channel right now. I'd go for that because of the market that we're in right now, where inflation's just hitting everyone. Doesn't matter what country you're in.
Send. Chat. Add reaction. Mark Archer. Watch solid action. Brandon Butch 2.
Yeah, Brandon Butch lives near me. And Zolotech lives up in North Carolina, but them guys, they I don't know how they do it. That they do awesome coverage. Like, they're very good at it. I like their stuff. I got to give them props. Especially Brandon and Aaron Zola. Like, they both do it. I don't know how they do it. I try to do a lot of it, and it's just never, I could never match their stuff. And never want to, because I never want to, like, copy them in any way. They're very good as their own. You know, it's just one of them things. What is this? Oh, thank you, Lavendi. Thank you, Lavendi. We out here. Appreciate it, Lavendi, for shouting it out on Twitter. The live stream. Yeah, we're towards the end of the year. Bryce, I mean, congratulations to you getting a Galaxy S22 Ultra. I cannot believe that phone is still, like, it lost almost $400 in value on Amazon. I'm not even going to set my eyes on it. And I've been towards Android phones, but that phone is literally $800. And the fact that the Galaxy S23 Ultra is literally coming out in 2 months now is going to really tank in value.
Chat message input. Add show late. Gene G Jr. I watched Solid Edge. Mark Archer. Watch Solid Edge and Gene. Mark. Show late is visually impaired tech and more. Would you collaborate with them?
If I got the opportunity, yeah, I definitely would. Like, I would collaborate with them, and, you know, like, in the tech community wise, the people that are going, that I have connections with, like RFK Tech USA and all them, the invitation's open. Once CES happens and all that ends, I would love to, you know, have a whole CES conversation on this channel of what was out there. Unfortunately, I won't be out there this year. But I want to be out there next year for
Show
CES.
latest messages. Button.
So as of now, I spent too much money on Apple products. I got to budget my financial decisions of finance to be out there next year. I do like how Aaron, so when he does cover like, what in the world? Oh, I like how Aaron, when there's an accessibility feature involving like voiceover or whatever, like it's so weird hearing someone cite it mess with voiceover occasionally. It's crazy. But he sometimes messed with it for an accessibility feature that he was showing. And I was like, most people do not know how to navigate the accessibility side of iOS when it comes down to stuff. Uh-oh, Sneed's mad. Oh, wow. No, I hate... Oh, no. It's getting more snow. Oh, the winter fate. The winter. Bro, I'm over winter. The cold can go away. That cold can go somewhere else.
Voice over YouTube. Ad react. Show latest message. Mark Archer. Wonder when we have advanced data visually impaired tech and more. Mark Archer. Wonder when we have advanced data protection in England.
Yeah. Probably soon. I know in the US it's good. If y'all want me to do a video on how to turn that on, I can.
Mark Archer on iOS.
Well, when it comes across, it'll come across all the operating systems. I love it.
Show latest messages. Button.
I turned it on over here. Apparently FBI is not happy about it. They're not happy at all about the advanced data protection. They don't like it. Actually, I don't even need to do it. So there was a guy that did a YouTube short on it. Let me see if I can find it now. I sent it through a group. Let's see what group it was.
Voiceover on.
Yeah, oh, here it is. Here it is. Apple made the FBI PO'd. Copy. Alright. I'll put my headset back, my earbuds back on. So apparently the FBI and Apple are feuding in a argument now. Here. Which I'm not.
VoiceOver on Finder.
I'm kind of
Finder,
laughing
open,
at it.
Launch, Safari, Brave browser, Finder, TeamViewer, Brave, Verizon Network update.
Alright.
Brave has new-
Brave.
Complementary.
It's gonna play his video again.
Full screen F button group.
SMT Nation.
Set autoplay. Mute. Next play. 0 minutes. YouTube video player. Main. End. Account profile. Notify. Create. End of search. Image. Search. Visit guide banner. Out of. 2. Shows ads. One vision. Reading list. Bookmark. Brave. Info bar. Toolbar. Item palette. In toolbar. Back. 4. Real. Bookmark. View site. YouTube.com/watch question B equals.
Alright. Is it gonna paste the correct URL?
https://www.youtube.com. YouTube.com. Main.
Apple's new
YouTube.
update pissed off the
Speech muted.
FBI. iOS
Here.
16.3 has just been released, and one of the new features it includes pissed off the FBI. This feature is called Advanced Data Protection. Here's why I think you should turn this on. Advanced Data Protection is basically end-to-end encryption. iCloud has been one of the most useful things ever, but security breaches have left some people mistrusting, especially celebrities. Turning this on essentially scrambles your data into code that only can be decrypted with a specific key that only the user holds. That means by turning this on, you're protecting yourself from any security breaches Apple might face in the near future. If you do ever end up losing a key associated with your iCloud backup, you can set up a recovery contact. The FBI is pretty mad about this because they say it hinders their ability to protect the American people. I don't know about you guys, but I'm turning this on. Apple's
He's in Canada, so he's gonna be able to turn it
new
on.
update pissed off the FBI.
I like how he's like pissed off the FBI. So what do y'all think about that? What are y'all's take on that supposedly making the FBI mad? Because I'd be curious what y'all think about the FBI supposedly being ticked off at that. Should people have the right to privacy? Or should the FBI have control?
Chat message input. Mark Archer. Privacy and security is very important.
Yes, it is.
Mark Archer on iOS.
Yep.
Mark G Jr. Yes, it is Mark.
Considering Apple advertises about it all the time now. Like, they constantly make something.
Mark Archer. That's crazy man. Ad reaction. What?
Yeah, it made them not happy, and they're like, oh, their argument is not valid. That it hinders us to protect the people of the United States of America. I'm like, how does that hinder you from protecting the United States of American citizens? It's not like you're literally going through and snooping into people's data. You have to have a warrant to get into it. And in that case, it's technology. So, therefore, if it's encrypted, that is your problem, but this is what happens when you make people not trust you.
Chat message input. Ad react. Mark Archer. That's crazy man.
That's literally what happens. I mean, it is what it is. What comes around goes around. I can't petty our government in any way, shape, or form, and I can't petty anyone outside of that. It's just one of them things where it's like, huh.
Visually impaired tech and more. My opinion, we should have the right to privacy.
Exactly.
Max Bekowski. A lot of companies already do violate your privacy. Ad reaction.
Yeah. The ones that I've noticed that don't do it as much as I've noticed in the big one, and I'm not like being fully biased here, it is Apple. Apple is the one that does not infringe on people's privacy as much, especially with the whole Apple security, the advanced data protection now. That does not protect.
Some people mistrusting, especially celebrities. Turning this on essentially scrambles your data into code that only can be decrypted with a specific key.
That was louder in my ears than it was over the air for y'all. I don't know why that video was way louder. But yeah, it's one of them things where I say the FBI is in the wrong here because they just want to violate the laws like they always do because they think they're the highest authority in the country. And that's my personal opinion on it because it involves tech and then our government. No. And the average Joe or criminals that are not smart are not going to turn that on because they just don't know how to be smart to completely stay out of getting trapped. They just don't know how to. It's just one of them things.
Chat message in. Add. Show latest message. Visually impaired tech and more. The FBI can get over it.
Exactly.
Show latest messages. Show latest messages.
And then, I don't know if y'all heard about the story about the grandmother over in Colorado. That was, her house was raided. The local law enforcement is not standing up and helping fix things for her. She's 76 years old, and they're not doing anything. And then our FBI was also involved in it, and they're not doing anything. I'm like, man, what happened to the actual respect of law enforcement? Like, what happened to them actually, okay, we messed up, here's this, here's that. No, we're just going to walk away from the problem and leave a 76-year-old elderly person to fend for themselves when we cause damage to some of her belongings in the house and her house. It's just, no. Catch any law enforcement officer doing that to my family. I'm personally going to go after the deputy and sue him.
Max Backup, Gene G Jr. Apple just came out with a new service called Safety Talk. I did a video about it that helps you keep people from sharing your information. Max Bekowski, they collect all this data on you and say it's to improve their services, but there's no reason to collect as much data as they do.
Windows is really bad at that. At this rate, Windows is worse than Android at collecting data. But even Android collects telemetry, like really bad telemetry. iOS does it, but iOS does it to the point that when you're opt-in, from what I can tell. Now, could there be a possibility that they're collecting more data than that? It's a possibility, but is it likely? I don't know. I cannot confirm or deny, so I can't say, okay, Apple is collecting data about equivalent as Android or Windows, and the same for macOS collecting as much data as Windows. I mean, your ISP's collecting data. My ISP's collecting data right now of me streaming. How long I'm streaming. What's going on? That modem, the gateway in the house, is collecting data.
Add reaction. But chat message in.
And it will overnight send it over to Comcast.
Add Max Big, Gene G Jr., Max Bikowski. They collect all this data.
It's just crazy. It's mind blowing how much data is collected, and people didn't realize it until the 2020s came. And then I'm like, yo, we're so late into the data collections buckets that we're choosing now just to realize it completely. We're late to this. They've been collecting data for, I want to say, the dawn of the internet, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not like fully paranoid. I just like my privacy. I do like the privacy of, personal info and stuff like that. Like, say if a house fire happens, I have ways to get into my account. I have ways to getting into my stuff. I have backup options. It's not like I'm gonna be completely locked out of everything. Because I saw Renee Ritchie upload a video about data encryption and how it can be bad and how it can be good, and I'm like, the good in my book outweighs the bad. There may be a while before I can get access to that encryption stuff, but if, say, a house fire wipes out all my tech, I can eventually go back, restore everything, get a new SIM card, show proof of who I am with the carrier, get into my stuff, and get back online. It's not hard. And if not, I can get access to a phone, call one of my recovery contacts, and get access to their stuff. Get access to my stuff through a security code that they get on their devices. It's not hard.
Expect full screen.
If you have safety fails.
Chat message input. Add Max Bikowski. I've moved on from Windows and moved to Linux for that reason.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Linux or macOS is the way to go for that stuff, because especially on Linux, because then you know what's tracking you, or you could see more stuff. macOS, you can do the same with Terminal. I personally don't get that deep, so it's not like the worst thing for me. What time is it? 17:12. Yeah, it's not the worst thing.
Add reaction. But
guys,
voiceover.
I am going to wrap this stream up. If you have any more questions and stuff like that, I'll be glad to answer. And then, of course, you know where to find me. Twitter DMs, Twitter, stuff like that. And I will, be around and live stream whenever. If I don't do a live stream for the New Year's, Happy New Year's. I hope your New Year's is blessed with positivity, health, and I hope any of your worries in 2023 are taken care of, and hopefully your family's healthy and stuff like that. And
Voiceover on. Speech off. Speech unmuted. Mute properties for mic. Properties for mic. 0 volume. Mute. Fade. Stop. Auto stop. Stop streaming. Check.
But and stuff like that. And I just hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their holiday weekend. Be responsible. Be safe. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Mouse down on stop streaming. Checkbox.